Aries, welcome to your wow, it's loud. Welcome to your July through to mid-August general tarot reading. I'm Leona Nicole Black. Thank you for joining me and choosing really to receive your spiritual messages through me at this particular time. Happy full moon eclipse in Aquarius. I am recording your reading under this very beautiful energy. London is blazing hot right now, and so I have both windows open. I really hope it won't interrupt the reading too much. I am going to try and edit out the background noise, so hopefully you can still hear me. So as always, this is a general reading, Aries. If you would like personal messages and to kind of work one-to-one with me to understand what's happening in your life, you can get that at NicoleBlack.com/services. And the link will be in the description box. I do video call readings and in-person readings. You'll see all the details there. Also, on August the 12th, I'm doing a very special webinar. I'm really excited about it. There's a little trailer that I've uploaded to my profile page on YouTube, so check that out. And it's called Intuitive Paths to Freedom, Finding Your Feet with Tarot, and it's really about empowering you to start to be able to do this process for yourself, to really understand the foundations of like good practice and understanding the philosophy of the deck and understanding how the cards communicate with you. And I've put on my website a full list of everything we're going through. So even if you are already reading cards, I still feel like there's so much that I can help you think through, structure, negotiate. As an experienced reader myself, so we'll also be talking about designing your own spreads, using pre-made spreads, etc, etc, etc. So you all know that this spread that I do every month is something that just came through to me spiritually. So yes, do check that out, and links in the description box, and I really hope that I'll see some of you on the 12th of August for the webinar. Let's get into your reading then, your energies. I like how you're showing up this month, to be honest. It feels very positive to me. Your first card is the Eight of Wands, followed by the Four of Swords. And this is your energy. This is how you're projecting yourself out into the world. This is how you're negotiating and navigating the decisions that you need to make. And I really like this for you. The Four of Swords to begin with is really... Sorry, not the Four of Swords, the Eight of Wands. Let's start here. This is knowing that energy is coming in, change is coming in, like understanding the aspects of your life that's beyond your control, things like timing, divine timing particularly, but also knowing that we're in this eclipse gateway. It's Leo season. The Lion Gate is on the 8th of August. Like, there's just so much in terms of spiritual timekeeping rather than kind of like the clock that we all work with, but kind of thinking on a cosmic level. There's so much that's happening, so much flowing in and out, and I feel like you are... What I like about your energy this month is it seems like you've given up the power struggle and you've given up almost trying to run ahead of yourself, and you've caught pace with spirit, and you're waiting, not in an impatient way, but you're knowing that this is happening for you. You're knowing that change is coming, and maybe the reason that you are patient, or I wouldn't say you're patient, but at least not impatient, is because this is a quick moving card. So this, you're comfortable with the speed of this energy. You're comfortable. You want to move quick. And this is fire energy too. So you like the way things are picking up. You like that you're having new experiences. You like that change is coming. Even the things that you're feeling internally, whether it's pain or joy, like you kind of are enjoying the intensity of this moment. Wherever signs are feeling a little crushed by it and maybe wanting to go slower, your Mars ruled energy is like, yeah, let's get to it. And so you are showing up with the Four of Swords. Now, this is a very peaceful energy, and I don't mean peace as in just resting or not bothering or not trying or not caring. The Four of Swords card here is like you being at it's acceptance. You accepting where you are, accepting the rhythm of life, accepting what's happening, and knowing that it's kind of working out in your favor and that it kind of feels good to you at the moment. Even if it doesn't feel good emotionally, you're just like, yeah, you know it's an intense time, you know the turbines are going, and so you're kind of stepping back from your normal way of addressing things and allowing spirit to get things popping, get things going for you. And so I see here, as a context for this, why you're showing up in this energy, the first card is the Emperor. This is your card in the tarot deck. In reverse, it's saying to me that you are loosening the reins. I feel, you're not, your control issues have subsided somewhat. That's really what I'm feeling from this energy. I feel that given all the retrogrades, Mars itself, your ruler, is also in retrograde. I feel like some of the visionary aspects that I associate with this card, like taken a step back to refocus, rethink, and decide again, like where you're going, and what that looks like, and what you really want, and what you want to fight for in your life. So I feel like you seem happy at the moment to skip a beat, to take a step back and to reflect and analyze. And it's not so often I see you in this kind of energy, so I'm really happy about that for you. Now, part of the reason is that you seem to be aware that there are other pieces to the puzzle, one of which is this King of Pentacles Earth sign card here. Now, for some of you, this is a person, it's a character. It doesn't have to be an earth sign, but it's just someone that you're knowing, almost that you've gone the distance, or you've done what you need to do, and you're waiting for them to do their part. So you're waiting for them to, I feel, almost like make clear where they stand with you, or really establish like foundations with you, or get their side of things going. So it could even be as simple as, they say you were going to buy a house with someone, and you had your part of the deposit, and you're waiting for them to get themselves together, but they can. It's like, what I feel is that you actually trust this person, Aries. It doesn't feel like you're like waiting and not expecting. The King of Pentacles is a very reliable energy here, and I feel like you do trust this person to handle business and to take care of things, and it's allowed you to step back. It's allowed you almost to delegate the Emperor energy over to, not the energy necessarily, but some of the responsibilities that fall under your domain, you're delegating out to other people. So I feel like this is why you're a little more at rest this month. You really are. I really love this for you. You're just like, okay, I'm letting other people show up. I'm letting other people do what they need to do, because you feel like you've got forward momentum now. You feel like, even if you're not at the point of victory yet, you feel like you're finally moving in the right direction. So this can be like maybe having felt stuck in the career space, but given a new opportunity, having a new responsibility, engaging with a new project, a promotion potentially on the cards. Maybe it's that there's a chance for you to strike out on your own now. Whatever it is, whether it's love, career, it doesn't matter what aspect of your life it is, you're just finally feeling the momentum, because this card here is like the wind beneath your sails. Okay, so you're like, okay, I see we're moving. And you to confirm really why you're in this more peaceful state is the Seven of Wands, which is you realizing that you don't always have to fight against the grain, and you don't always have to be at odds with everybody. That you can take a step back and allow people to really collaborate with you, and to really, what I feel as well is that you're actually being a bit more observant and assessing a little bit more what's going on around you, and who they are, and how people work. And maybe I feel like for some reason Libra's coming through quite strongly this month, and I just feel like you're using those analysis and compassionate understanding skills that Libra has to really just start to understand others in your life right now, and why this has been an uphill battle, or a struggle, or fighting against people, the stand your ground kind of energy. And you're realizing that you don't have to, you're seeing other ways of engaging. So what's your soul lesson this month, moving from August? This reading takes you to really the kind of new moon period, mid-August. You've got the Magician card here, followed by the Eight of Cups in reverse. Now, what I'm feeling for you is what I said about refining your vision in the Emperor card. It's about knowing that you're in a very creative point in your life. It's about recognizing your personal power at the moment. It's about recognizing that all these eclipses are doorways, and they're opening kind of like paths to things that were only ideas that are now conceivable, now able to express themselves externally. So remember that we're on this Aquarius Leo axis at the moment, and Aquarius for me is the visionary. Aquarius is looking into the future. Aquarius is seeing the great plan, the great vision, and Leo is stepping out and expressing that. And I feel like it's saying to you that you're in a prime time in your life to communicate and express yourself clearly. This is a card of communication. This is a Gemini card, and it's saying that you can come across clearly now. You know, Mercury's in retrograde at the moment. In fact, this is a kind of Mercury card, but it's saying that because you're willing to go within right now, because you're willing to be more peaceful on a mental level, this is Swords card, your ability to communicate yourself and what you want and where you're going has been refined. And I feel like for some reason, you're recognizing that despite what has felt like an uphill battle, and despite what has been challenging, and despite the challenges, sorry, I'm repeating myself there, as obstacle is the word I wanted, despite some of the obstacles that have been in your path, it hasn't been a cue to abandon everything. Eight of Cups in reverse. It hasn't been a cue to abandon yourself particularly. It hasn't been a condemnation of you. It hasn't been like, well, just forget everything you're feeling, desiring, wanting, and move on and just let it go. It hasn't actually been that for you. But it's been about helping you find that Libra balance and helping you work well with others in order to know that they have something to contribute in order to materialize that vision. And so your soul lesson this month is one, not to abandon yourself emotionally and not to abandon your highest goals, desires, your Leo energy really, which is what you're passionate about, what moves you emotionally, what gets you to work, what makes you feel empowered in this way, and know that you're now in a time where you can create it. If there have been previous blocks, those doors are beginning to open now. So what steps can you take? The advice that you can take on these soul lessons is to recognize that things have been gone a bit awry in the past. Things have been, you know, they've gone astray in some ways. There have been challenges. You haven't been able to trust in the way that I said that you can now. You know, that you haven't always felt that you can trust others to show up in the ways that they need to give you what you need to understand your energy in the way that you work, to understand your passions. You haven't necessarily been able to trust others to move at the pace that you need them to, and you have had to be alone a little bit, I feel, Aries. I feel like you've had to walk this path alone, and this is you. And the advice for you this month is to know that you can heal the parts of you that have been in an energy of distrust, because you've got this Ten of Cups here saying that things can be healed, restored, restitution, reconciliation, and it doesn't just have to be with people. This can be projects and ideas that weren't working, that left you wounded because you couldn't move forward on them. This can be projects and ideas that have dragged out, that have taken double the time you thought they would, you know, like, and it's just left you feeling worn down. But it's saying these things can come together in a way that brings, one, emotional fruition, but two, a picture of you not going it alone anymore, creatively, romantically, in terms of your family, spiritually, finding your soul family, all of that. It's possible for you where you are, I feel. That's why you've got this not needing to move on or walk away. It's like where you are now. Know that this is a general reading. So if you are in a toxic relationship, if you are in toxic family dynamics, if you're in a career that is stagnant, it doesn't make sense for you to listen to this reading and go, oh, do you know what I mean? Listen to the reading and see if it resonates with your growth cycle. You have to engage your own intuition in a general tarot reading context like this. Remember, I'm talking to the Aries archetype, the general growth cycle that Aries is going through right now. So use your own wisdom when you listen to these readings. Now, the Lovers card in reverse here is saying that there isn't actually a higher path for you. I think I may have said this to you in a different reading, maybe last month or the month before, where I was saying that you kind of want to move on and abandon something or run away, but you can't. I feel like I said that. And now here's the fruition and the culmination of this message, which is the Lovers card here saying that you're already on the highest path. This card here will be moving to higher ground, but it's in reverse, as is the Lovers card, saying that you're not being called to something else. You're not being called to a deeper purpose, a different path, but that you're on it. Ten of Cups. Stay the course now by allowing yourself to heal and to reconcile what is already in your environment, because it is well established and can build and grow. Okay, Aries, so to just wrap up, because I have some extra cards for you, these kind of came out after your advice cards, and I really felt like I wanted to share them with you. So the first is the Sun card. This is illumination. Remember, the Sun rules Leo, so this is saying, you know, opportunities, expansion, the sun really shining on you over this journey, over this period of time. And what it's shining on is the Seven of Cups in reverse, which is you kind of being in a space of not understanding yourself emotionally in the past, not understanding your needs, not understanding your choices, not understanding your desires, not understanding what drives you. But the sun is bringing illumination, which is clarity, cutting through these clouds. And as a result, you can take a step back, you can reflect, you can make these choices from a more peaceful perspective. The next card for you is the World in reverse, a confirmation that yes, things are changing, ending, cycles are renewing, but it isn't that you need to go anywhere. It's purely that you need to allow these cycles and this pattern to play out and unfold around you. You've got the Star card, which is again a confirmation of this energy here. Healing, internal healing, because it's in reverse. Internal healing, healing of yourself, not just your dynamics with other people, but deep emotional, spiritual, soul level healing is possible for you now in this current cycle. Whoops, I always do that, wrong card. So that you can release some of your grief, some of your sorrow, some of your regret, some of your emotional stagnation, some of your ability to, because you move so quickly, to take what's not working onto the next cycle. This is a chance for you to purge emotionally. It's a purging season for sure. I said that to the Cancer. It's even the title of the Cancer reading for this month, and we've just come out of Cancer season. And then it's the Tower card, and this doesn't feel to me like, you know, the Tower card can be Mars in some decks, and it isn't feeling to me like everything falling apart and crumbling. It's actually the debris that already exists, and making sure any structures in your life that aren't working are fully cleared away. So it's allowing this process. You know, like I said, you're in a period, the space of allowing, and allowing new things to be built by whoever or whatever is the King of Pentacles in your life. Okay, so that's your reading. I will see you mid-August. If you'd like a personal reading with me, NicoleBlack.com/services. Please also follow me on Instagram, Nicole Black. I love you. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. If you are subscribing, don't forget to click the alert button, the little alarm bell, so that you get notifications when I put your reading up. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you, Aries.